it's been a while. I apologize for that. Been busy / lazy when it comes to making videos. But I figured I'd do this because this is a game that I'm actually very much looking forward to. Horizon Forbidden West is a game that I'm looking forward to playing. Right? I still haven't beaten the first game inexplicably. I will definitely do that before before the new game comes out. And today was supposed to be a celebration, right? Because yesterday was supposed to be which it was the announcement of the pre-order bonuses that you get with each version of Horizon Forbidden West, right? They have a standard edition, obviously. You have you have other ones too, right? The deluxe edition and everything like that. Now, I heard from somebody that there was a version of the game, a version of the collection where the disc is not included. But apparently, it's just a digital version of the game, which is fine. Like as long as you get access to the game, I'm cool with that, right? So that wasn't a big deal. This, however, is a big deal, right? The deluxe edition of the game is the cheapest version you can get that will entitle you to the PS4 and PS5 versions of the game. Now, why is this a big deal? Is it something that affects me? No, not really. Not really. Even though, sorry about that. Even though, me personally, this game should be exclusive to PS5, even though I don't own a PS5. I have a PS4. And as of right now, I do plan on playing Horizon Forbidden West on the PS4. But as a PS4 owner, I'm telling you that this game should be exclusive to PS5, right? But regardless of all that, it is the cheapest version to get both the PS4 and PS5 versions. And why is that a big deal? Why is that a problem? There's two problems to this. One, and the one that I have to bring up, and I know a lot of PlayStation guys are not going to like this, is that this, to me, highlights a lack of consistency when it comes to what Sony is doing. Now, that's my biggest issue, right? There's no consistency to what they're doing when it comes to, games that are shared between their last gen console and their current one, their new one, right? And say what you want about Microsoft, everything that they said makes sense. It's on point, right? It's consistent, right? You don't have to agree with the method of them putting their games on last gen and current gen. But what they're doing is consistent. They said, basically, you buy it here, you can play it anywhere, right? That's why they didn't increase the price of their games. And honestly, if Sony had just said, hey, listen, if you buy the game on PS4, the PS5 version will be like $10 more, right? And even though I know you're always going to have people who are going to complain about that, at the very least, it's consistent. It's consistency. That's the issue. And I will point that out here, right? Let me go to the first article that I have on my phone, right? Let's go to the first one. On a PlayStation blog post some time ago, right? And I'll read it here verbatim. Additionally, we know that the PS4 community will transition to PS5 at different times. And we're happy to announce PS4 versions of some of our exclusives, Spider-Man, Sackboy, Horizon Forbidden West, will also launch on PS4. While those three games were designed to take advantage of the PS5 and the unique next generation features, you guys know what they are, PS4 owners will also be able to enjoy these experiences when they launch the PS4 digital versions of launch games, including a free upgrade on both PS5 consoles, while the PS4 disc version of those games include a free upgrade to the PS5 with Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive. Now, there are some people saying, "Oh, it's not. You have to read into it a little bit more. It doesn't exactly say that," which I find to be horseshit because you don't put these fucking words together if you're not intending for it to, if you're not intending for the message to be, oh, you get a free upgrade to the PS5, once you get it. You don't put these words together if you're not meaning that. But fine, let's say for example, okay, fine. They didn't, I guess they meant launch games, or it doesn't necessarily mean free and all the yada yada and all the excuses and the bullshit, right? Now let's go to what our good friend Jim Ryan said to MCV. I don't know what MCV is, but I'm going through this through a screenshot, right? Jim Ryan said, and I quote, "No one should be disappointed. The PS5 version of those games are built from the ground up to take advantage of the PS5 feature set. And we have an upgrade path for PS4 users to get the PS5 version for free. 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 It's about people having choice. I'm really quite pleased about the situation." Now, let's be frank. We all know that Jim Ryan's full of shit, right? He's full of shit. Like, we all know this, right? It's not a surprise. Oh, he says something and then a couple months later he goes back on his word. Not a shocker. Hell, Horizon Zero Dawn, or Horizon Forbidden West is an example of this, right? We believe in generations until we don't, right? Whatever, fine, whatever. But you have the audacity to say this, and then months later, we come to find out that the only way you can get access to both of these games is by paying $80, which I believe is the Deluxe Edition. So, look, let me say this off rip, right? Is it a big deal to me? No, right? No. If you have a PS4, you only have a PS4, just spend $60 on the PS4 version, right? If you have a PS5, just spend $70 for the PS5 version, right? Like, I agree with people who say that, who say that. The point is that this practice highlights, not only is it bullshit that you say this and then renege on your promise, and I do believe that they're going to change this eventually. Once, like, if it keeps getting ratcheted up, I do think they will change it, right? But not only is it scummy to go back on your word, it really highlights the incompetence when it comes to this game, the way that they're handling the forward compatibility of their games. If you're going to fucking offer it, do it correctly, or have some consistency. Like I said, you don't have to like what Microsoft is doing, but at the very least, everything they do when it comes to their games being forward and backwards compatible is consistent. Like, if it happens for one game, it happens to all their games. With PlayStation, it's just all over the place. Whether it's figure out ways to upgrade the game from one version to the other, right? Whether it's how you transfer your saves from one console to another. Like, it's just a cluster. It's a clusterfuck. It shows a lack of consistency on their part. It's a complete lack of consistency, and you're also the spitting in the face of your consumers when you promise them one thing and then decide to go against it, and not even address it. Because we all know Jim Ryan's not going to address anything, unless someone in the media has the balls to say it, to ask him if he's available. Like, Herman Holtz is on Twitter showing off some replica of the what do you call it? I forgot what the thing is called, but the elephant machine, right? Which looks cool. It looks cool, but like you have a section of your audience right here are questioning why are you charging $80 for both versions of the game when you already promised that it was going to be free. The upgrade was going to be free. What's going on here? Like, like that's my biggest issue. Like, it's not again. like regardless of what version I'm gonna get, like I'm fine with that. Like it's likely I'm gonna have it on PS4. Like it's fine. It shouldn't be available on like part of the problem that I have with this situation also, and then after that I'll wrap it all up, is that you have these games. If you believe in generations, these games, the Horizon Zero Dawn, right? The next God of War, Gran Turismo, right? These games should only be available on next generation. If you believe in generation that badly, which we know that they don't, even though they said that they did, but then they say that they don't, right? At the very least, stick to it. If this game was only available on PS5, then this would not be an issue. Would not be an issue. But, whatever. It is. They decided to do what they do, right? It is what it is. But at the end of the day, like, my main point is that show some consistency. Show some consistency. If you're going to say you're going to do something, do it. And if you're not going to do it, explain why. At the very least, explain. But yeah, like, to my knowledge, Herman Holtz hasn't said anything. Jim Ryan damn sure hasn't said anything. We've got nothing. We've got nothing. And, it's been typical of PlayStation this generation, so it doesn't surprise me. But at the end of the day, if you're going to say you're going to do something, fucking do it. And if you're not, explain why you're not going to do it. At least you owe your fans at least something. Well, in theory, they owe them the game. And I'm sure the game's going to be awesome, but at least throw your fans a bone or something. You know what I mean? Like, show them that you listen, that they're listening to, even if you don't do what you want them to do. Even if they don't give in to our demands, at least acknowledge that they exist. At least. But anyways, damage is done. You morons. This is Hoopy 186. I'm out. Peace.